We are going to start with Ielts listening, and we have a test. We will solve all the tests together, all 40 questions, right? Now, it depends on you. You should try to understand each question. When we start from part 1, it is going to be comparatively easier. As we move on to part 2, can be a little difficult. Part 3 can be complicated. And because the language which they speak, part 1 is basic level. Part 2 can be intermediate level. Part 3 upper intermediate level. And part 4 is advanced level. So in part 3 and 4, students usually come up with the problems. So try to understand everything, focus everything, make a lot of notes on your handouts. You have the handouts, just whenever I say the synonym of this word is this and all that. So make a lot of notes on your handouts, and later on you can practice as well. And one more thing, the way I teach you here, try to teach yourselves the same way when you take listening tests at home. I'm going to teach you in a certain way. There'll be a certain methodology which I'm going to adopt to teach you. So when you practice at home, try to practice the same way. that sir ne ऐसे ऐसे पढ़ाया था तो मैंने भी ऐसे ऐसे पढ़ना है. I focus this thing, I focus that. I mean, just take this mindset from me to do listening test, and then you'll be able to get really good band score in listening. Now let's take a start. Section 1, questions 1 to 10. Choose the correct letter A, B or C. Now it can be surprising for some students. Part 1 IELTS listening and multiple choice questions. There is nothing to surprise, there is nothing to worry about. In actual exams also, at times they start listening part 1 with multiple choice. So there isn't anything that, okay, this is old pattern or new pattern. For them, there is nothing new, nothing old. They have almost 1,000 IELTS listening tests. By the day you go to take the exam, they pick up any test from there and give it to you. Now that test was created 15 years ago. They don't mind because it's the same thing they are doing. So you should practice by all means. Otherwise, sometimes we have one word only in part 1 as well, right? So one example is given. Now they have removed the example. Last year, like in 2020, they removed this example thing. Now the audio will start directly from question 1 and it will go on. Otherwise, they used to play the audio, example audio, then they say, okay, this is there and all that, and then they removed that because students were clever. I gave the tip that when they play the example audio, you read the questions. So now they have removed the example. Okay, multiple choice. Now listen, whenever we have multiple choice questions, it is not necessary to find the right answer. It is
necessary. Do you remember our new postcode?
To actually eliminate the wrong answer. What we do in multiple choice, we look for right answer. In order to look for right answer, sometimes we are trapped and we select the wrong answer. So instead of tick, cross is more important. 2 answers you have to cross and then you will find one right answer. Let's take a start. Question number 1. In the lobby of the library, George saw. Now I want you all to imagine, you are here in Royal Palm, there is a lobby down there. Okay, so in the lobby, George saw. Now what George saw in the lobby of the library, that will be your answer. Right? What he saw somewhere else, like, they said lobby of the library. What he saw somewhere else or what he did not see, that is the trap. Understand? Jo usne nahi dekha, that is a trap. And if he saw something somewhere else, not in the lobby of the library, somewhere else, even that is a trap. Now what are the things? And as I read the options, I want you to visualize the options as well. Option A, group playing music. 4 or 5 people playing music, dum dum dum, pee 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 or whatever, right? A group playing music. Option B, display of instruments like guitar, violin, drum, and they were just there and he saw the display of instruments, only instruments. And option C, video about the festival. So whatever he saw in the lobby of the library, that will be the answer. What he did not see, that will not be the answer. Now I play the audio, listen and answer question number 1, and your answer will be a letter A, B or C.
Hi, George.
Glad you're back. Loads of people have phoned you.
Really?
I felt just like your secretary.
Sorry. I went into the library this afternoon to have a look at a newspaper and I came across something really interesting.
What? A book?
No, a brochure from a summer festival, mainly Spanish music. Look, I've got it here.
George says that he found a brochure from a festival, so B has been circled as the answer. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 and 2.
Hi, George. Glad you're back. Loads of people have phoned you.
Really?
I felt just like your secretary.
Sorry. I went into the library this afternoon to have a look at a newspaper and I came across something really interesting.
What? A book?
No, a brochure from a summer festival, mainly Spanish music. Look, I've got it here.
Spanish music? I really love the guitar. Let's have a look. So what's this group, Guittarini?
They're really good. They had a video with all the highlights of the festival at a stand in the lobby to the library, so I heard them. They play fantastic instruments, drums and flutes and old kinds of guitars. I've never heard anything like it before.
Sounds great.
So, C, yeah, he saw a video about the festival. And then in the video he said they were playing this guitar and all that stuff. So well done. The right answer is option C. Let's go on. Question number 2, please.
Okay, shall we go then? Spoil ourselves?
Okay, now question number 2 is George wants to sit at the back so they can. Now imagine there is going to be a stage and George wants to sit there where you are sitting. Why? 3 reasons. See well. Now can you see well if you're sitting at the back? Maybe. It depends on their sitting arrangement. Option B, hear clearly. And option C, pay less. Maybe sometimes if you sit at the back, then you have to pay less. Otherwise, you have to pay the same amount. Now, what they are going to do about other 2 options, they will speak negatively or oppositely. Option A, see well. Right? You say, well, you will not be able to see well if you sit at the back, but I don't mind. It means it's not A. Option C, pay less. Now, if he says, for example, the seats at the back, they will cost $5 and the front seats are $20, then this is the answer. And if he says the ticket is same standard price for every seat, then this is not the right answer. Understand? Option B, hear clearly. If he says, I want to sit at the back because from there you can hear everything clearly or anything like that. Now, focus the audio. I mean, possibly all 3 answers are correct. But you have to see, according to the audio, which answer is the right one.
Yes, let's.
The only problem is there aren't any cheap seats. It's all one price.
Well, in that case, we could sit right at the front. We'd have a really good view.
Yeah, though I think that if you sit at the back, you can actually hear the whole thing better.
Yes. Anyway, we can decide when we get there.
So, yeah, B. If you sit at the back, you can hear everything well. So, see well is from closer. Pay less, they said price is same. So, the right answer is option B. Okay, now after 2 multiple choice questions, they have come back to normal. Questions 3 to 10. Complete the form below. Write no more than 2 words and or a number. And no more than 2 words, that means maximum 2 words and minimum 1 word and or a number. Summer Music Festival booking form. So they have a music festival and this is the booking form. Name is already written. Address. Question number 3. Dash and then after a comma they have written West C. Clear? Now before West C, whatever they say, that will be your answer. So let's start. Question number 3.
So will you fill in the form or shall I?
I'll do it. Name, George O'Neill. Address, 48 North Avenue, Westsea.
Yeah, 48 North Avenue. Now you should have correct spelling of avenue as well. I play this again.
So will you fill in the form or shall I?
I'll do it. Name, George O'Neill. Address, 48 North Avenue, West Sea.
48 North Avenue, West Sea. So 48 North and Avenue, right? Okay. Now we have postcode. Whenever there is a postcode, either it's a number or it's alphabet plus number. And you should write all the alphabets in capital, right? Let's start.
Do you remember our new postcode? Still can't remember it.
Just a minute. I've got it written down here. WS6 2YH.
What's the postcode? 2YH. WS6 2Y and H. And all the letters must be capital, right? And by the way, it doesn't mean if you write small letters, then your answers are wrong. No, they are still right, but it is advisable to use capital letters. Let's go on. Telephone, very simple. It's going to be a number.
Do you need the phone too?
Please, I'm really bad at numbers.
01674 553 242.
Got it? 01674 553 242. Now sometimes they say 0, sometimes they say O, right? Otherwise, very rarely they use the word not as well, not for 0, but mainly O or 0. Okay, now we have this table, and in the table you can see there are 4 things. One is date, second is event, third is price per ticket, and last is number of tickets. Now you can see there is no question in dates. And by the way, in order to track the audio, dates will help you. When they say 5th June, it means they're going to talk about the first thing, 17 June, 22nd June, and 23rd June. So dates are going to be the best way to keep track with the audio. You can see in the first date, there is no question. So audio will start and go on. 5th June, instrument group, Guittarini, £7.50 and 2 tickets. There is no question here. Listen to it very carefully. Because right after when they say 17 June, now you have to be alert because your answer will come here. So 17 June, singer, price includes dash in the garden. Now dash in the garden. Now listen. Something which is included in the price, and that thing will happen in the garden is very important. Whatever they say other than garden, that will not be the answer. Price includes something in the garden. For example, if they say, upon your arrival, you will be given sandwiches in the main lobby, and that is included. Now, will the answer be sandwiches? No. And then after the event, all the participants will gather in the garden. There they will be served coffee. Coffee will be the answer. Garden is important word here. So this is how you need to listen carefully, not blindly. Whatever is included, whether that is in the garden or outside the garden, roti liao, yeah, that's not going to be right, okay? So, question number 6.
So let's book 2 tickets for Guittarini.
Okay. If you're sure $7.50 each is all right, how do you feel about the singer?
I haven't quite decided. But I've noticed something on the booking form that might just persuade me.
What's that then?
Free refreshments.
Really?
Yes, look here. Sunday, 17th of June. Singer. Ticket, £6, includes drinks in the garden.
Sounds like a bargain to me.
Yes. Let's book 2 tickets for that.
Includes drinks in the garden. So the answer is drinks. And when you know it is in the garden and you're listening for garden as well, so you will never be trapped, okay? Again, whenever you select the wrong answer, that means you are trapped. And trap, I told you, if something free they offer in the restaurant, that is not the answer because it is related to, drinks. Okay, now we go on. 22nd June. Question number 7, dash Ana Ventura. Ana Ventura is the name, and she is going to do an event. Now the name of the event is missing. Okay, 17th June, there is an event. You can see on the top, it's instrument group, second one is singer, and third one is question number 7. It's going to be the name of that event. Let's see what that is.
So, what else? I'm feeling quite keen now. How about the Pianist on the 22nd of June?
Anna Ventura? I've just remembered that's my evening class night.
That's okay. I'll just have to go on my own.
So? No, not evening. I'm playing it again. Yeah.
So, what else? I'm feeling quite keen now. How about the Pianist on the 22nd of June?
How about Pianist on 22nd of June? Pianist. Pianist means piano bajane wala. How do you spell that? Pianist. Pianist. Pianist means piano bajane wala. Now this word is quite unusual. Let me tell you, in listening part 1, usually they don't give any unusual words like that. But still you should know that. Pianist. Right? Okay, now we go on. 23rd June. Now the answer is going to be question number 8. Amount. And by the way, if the amount is like £7.50, so they will say it, how would you say? No, they will not say 7.5. They'll say £7.50. £7.50 means £7.50. If they say $10.80, that means $10.80. And you will write it as, if they say $10.80, you will write it as 10.80. If they say £10.50, you will write it as 10 and 0 is compulsory. If you only write 10.5 in mathematics, you know that 0 is not compulsory, but here it is compulsory. If you write 10.5, that means £10.5. So it should be written properly, right? So again, like if I want to say 1 rupee 50 paise, I'll say 1 rupee 50. 1 rupee 50 means 1 rupee and 50 paisas, right? Like that. Now listen carefully, and it's just going to be the amount. Okay, after that, number of tickets, question number 9. So I'm going to play the audio together. For 8 and 9, I will play the audios together. 8 is amount and number 9 is number of tickets. Yeah.
But we can go to the Spanish dance and guitar concert together, can't we?
Yes, I'm sure Tom and Kieran would enjoy that too. Good heavens, £10.50 a ticket. I can see we're going to have to go without food for the rest of the week. We'll need to book 4.
All right, price is £10.50 and we need to book 4. I play this again. And have you noticed they're speaking very fast? Sometimes this happens. Students, when they send me review after IELTS test, they say listening was very fast. So it can be fast, right?
But we can go to the Spanish dance and guitar concert together, can't we?
Yes, I'm sure Tom and Kieran would enjoy that too. Good heavens, £10.50 a ticket. I can see we're going to have to go without food for the rest of the week. We'll need to book 4.
We need to book 4, exactly. Whenever there is ticket, they will use the word book, reserve, and all that. Now we have question number 10. They have written NB. NB means note well. It's a contraction. It's the short form, not contraction. It is abbreviation. Nota bene. Nota bene means note well. What is that? Children, students, senior citizens have dash discount. Answer is going to be number, percentage. For example, children, students, senior citizens have 10% discount. 10%. So you have 2 options. If there is any percentage, you can write 10 as a number and percent as a word. P-E-R-C-E-N-T. Percent you write as 1 word, or you can write percent as 2 words. Both ways it is fine. But the best option is to look for percentage sign. Now, if you're taking computer delivered IELTS, sometimes it might take more time to look for percentage sign because that comes with shift and all that. So in computer delivered IELTS, they always give you pen and paper, which is there. And when they start the test, before starting the test, I would advise you on that paper, write down the number 1 to 40. I mean, make an answer sheet. Convert that paper into an answer sheet. First of all, you can fold the paper Like for instance, if they give you a paper like this, there's going to be that computer paper, right? So what you need to do, just fold it from the middle like this here, and then write numbers like 1 to 10, then with a gap 11 to 20, then over here 21 to 21 to 30, then with a gap. So if you miss any answer, you can't type it, you can immediately write it here. And numbers are already written, so you can just write it there, and later on you can transfer it there. Because you know, sometimes audio goes on and you are typing, then you become too much panic stricken and frustrated. You know, audio is going on and you have to type, और फिर हाथ भी उंगलियां कांपने लग जाती हैं, समझ नहीं आती क्या करना है. Anyways, so it's going to be discount. Let's see what that is.
Wish we were students. Look, children, students, and senior citizens get a 50% discount on everything.
If only.
Yeah, wish we were students. They get 50% discount. So you can write 50 with a percentage sign, or you can write 50 with percent. Both ways it is right. Okay.